I spent 2 days in Bulgaria, and this is how it went. My first stop in Sofia is these ruins from a train station. So, well, it isn't a train station. Originally, they were building a train station and they ended up finding these ruins by accident. They've dated them back to the 4th century. Now, the best thing about all these ruins is that it's completely free to go and see. They've made it completely free. They got it all nice outside bit that I take you around. They've actually got an inside bit as well that I'm going to go and check out now. There were 3 parts to this ancient city, Serdica. The first part is the bit you all see it now, is the outside bit. Obviously, I mentioned there is an inside bit as well. The final one I stumbled upon a bit later on. One of the things I actually did really like about Sofia is the fact that it wasn't busy at all. One of the great things about this, it has information everywhere. Inside is not free, so that is a bit of a shame, but it wasn't much at all. I think it works out less than £3. It was 6 levy, so yeah, it was like hardly any, and I would say it's still worth it. This place was actually a military base in the 1st century, which is crazy to think about, and it wasn't even discovered that long ago. These ruins were actually found in 2010. When they were building the metro station. One thing I didn't know is they were first discovered in 2004 after building a hotel. Apparently they're still on display in the hotel. I'm not sure what the hotel is, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find that somewhere. These places were actually destroyed by some big earthquakes in Sofia. After you see the Roman ruins, you have Saint Sophia statue. It's quite one of the big deals in Sofia, and they're really close. I mean, so this is a statue, and literally down here, they are the ruins. So they're close to each other. So I walked a bit further on, and behind me you have the National Assembly of Bulgaria. Now, it might not mean much, but this building I absolutely love. It's the classic Soviet style brand building. I thought it was just worth a thing. Also, there are more ruins, so if you see these little pods, I don't know if you can see behind me, there are more Roman ruins inside. My next stop here, you have St. Needless Church. This church is completely free to go inside. However, if you do want to take pictures or videos, they do charge 5 levy, which is a common thing I noticed in Bulgaria. That is charging you to take pictures inside some places. Here is a massive tip if you come to Sofia. Do not just go in and get in any taxi like I just did, because the taxi driver just took me wherever he wanted. I told him back to my place, I showed him on the maps, and he said yeah, it's Sofia Mall, and he just took me there. He didn't even though I corrected him like 3 or 4 times, he still just took me there and overcharged me massively. So yeah, if you're coming here, use a yellow taxi. My next stop is the Brotherly Mound Monument. This 42 high meter monument was built in 1955, and it was in honour in 17 fighters who died in World War II. But they were fighting against fascism. A couple of the members were actually in the Bulgarian Communist Party. My next stop is the Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. This thing is massive and unbelievable. The size of this cathedral actually really shocked me. Like I said, the place is huge. I did get a chance to go inside, and as soon as I walked in, they started singing. Unfortunately though, the sound did not come through on the recording. If you do come to Sofia, you have to visit this stop, because when I picture Sofia, this is the first thing that comes to my head. Even the walk down to the cathedral was beautiful, like you can see. If you do, however, visit here, you have to come back at night time when it is all lit up, because this is when the cathedral is looking its best. And I mean, this thing is just beautiful from all angles. Okay, so this is one of the coolest things I've seen. I'm pretty sure you can hear the music. This is an underground tunnel. It's across the road. I bumped into this place completely by accident. I think it's got to be the coolest place I've ever seen a nightclub located. And this was on my way to my next stop, which is National Palace of Culture or something like that. So there are supposed to be fountains there, and this side is light up, but for some reason they're not on. So I'm just stuck with this. But if I'm honest, the picture I took, it was decent. I'd say it was worth it. I probably walked about an hour for this, but fingers crossed, if you ever come, the lights will be on. I'm here at the Regional Museum of Sofia. Now this is my first stop of the day. The main reason people visit here is because of the stunning architecture. Now when I went inside, this wasn't a great museum, but it was a good way to pass by time. They do have a fair few rooms. The first room was on Bronze Ages. I know they had another room dedicated to royal family there. I mean, they even had a room on furniture and the fashion that they used to have throughout the years, and even their first transport in Sofia. Now, like I said, this wasn't the best museum. However, one great thing about it is it was only £2 levy to get in because I'm a student, which is so cheap. It's less than £1, which is a bargain. This building is actually stunning. The only thing is, there is supposed to be a fountain with water coming out, and there's nothing coming out. I don't know if something is happening yet, but all their fountain and water is not running at all. I'm struggling to find things to do for today, so this was a brilliant thing to go and do. Right outside the regional museum, you have the central mosque of Sofia. I stopped here just for a little bit just to admire this mosque, and then I carried on to my next destination. My second stop for the day, the National Theatre, and talk about stunning buildings, look at that. This destination was one of the top things to do in Sofia. Like I said, I was running out of things to do, so I thought I might as well go and visit it. After that, I went over to see St. Nicholas's Church. This is a very, very small church, but since I didn't have a lot of things to do, I thought I'd go in and have a look at it. It is not too far from St. Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. I'm outside the St. Sophia Church. Now this place was, I've just been inside. It was the last thing I actually wanted to do today, and it was incredible. Actually, it's not like any of the other churches here. You're probably thinking, what makes it different to the other churches? The other churches were full of art and pictures all on the walls. This one was very simple. It just had bricks everywhere, like you can see. And not only that, inside is amazing because they got these tombs there. The only bad thing is they don't say who the tombs belong to, but I think they're suggesting it's just like Christians from the area that were just buried in the church. So yeah, interesting, definitely worth it. I think it only cost me £2 levy to go in, again because I'm a student, which is a bargain. The tombs underneath the church were absolutely massive, so I'm just going to let you enjoy the little videos that I have. Also, the best thing about this is it is right next to St. Alexander Nevsky, and that is the perfect place to get my picture with the flag. I went back to the place where the dome was, and I actually come inside now. This place is huge. It's so good. Serdica, I think it is called. Absolutely massive. There's even more behind. I'll roll the footage now. Because this place was so big, this was my last stop of the day. I'm just gonna roll ahead and let you enjoy the rest of Serdica.